I'm going to be installing a new rear bumper on my Sportback Audi 2006. So obviously here, it's got the black edition. I'm going to install that, and I'm going to take this old basic one off, which is a bit scratched and it's got a few scuffs on the side. I'm just going to remove that off and swap it over. Should be a half-an-hour job, max. Yep, with this part off, all I'm going to do here, I'm going to use my flathead screwdriver to go in here and release this bolt. So there's a bolt in here, just put my flathead screwdriver in it and twist it anti-clockwise. Bearing in mind, I don't really want to drop that in there, so as soon as you feel it comes out a bit loose, start using your hand. Yep, start using your hand and support the tail light on the other side to make sure it doesn't drop out on the floor. Because that's going to be expensive, mate. You don't want to see. The part is very, very small. It's just sat in there, just twist out. Remember to replace it when you're done. So now I can just use one hand and just shimmy this rear light out. Not one extra. Oh, there we go. Ooh, careful. Once that's come out, all you want to do now is actually unclip this part here. So with a flathead screwdriver, if you've got long gangy fingernails like me, you can just stick it in there, pull it out, and then put this thing somewhere safe. Okay. As you can see, I've took out both tail lights. What I'm actually going to suggest is actually leave this part till last. That way, once you take this part off, the bumper falls off. Because otherwise, you'll do the bottom side, and the bumper will just fall on the floor. You don't want that, because when it scratches, you're going to have trouble selling it on the old gum tree. So yeah, leave this part till last. Now, let's go in here. In here, we're going to go into the wheel arch, so I'm going to find out. Oh, let me get some right. One down there. So that's one. Two over here, and then there's a third one over here. Find out what those ones are. I've got my Ryobi here, my little cheater. I've got him here with my T20. I just realised they are all T20, so I've helped you there. T20 bit, Torx. Yeah, so remove those 3 screws, and then move to the other side and get it on. Obviously in some areas I'm going to have to use my 1/4" ratchet, because obviously this bad boy won't fit in there. So yeah, get that done. Keep these T20 boys safe, because otherwise you'll have trouble putting a new one on, because then we have to reuse the bolts. As you can see, that's nice and loose already. Go to the other side and do the same thing. The car, be careful, very, very careful in case the car is hot. You've got a few torques, so on my car for some reason that one's already come off, that little crusty old dirty one. And then there's another one here that needs to come off. And just look around the car, some have chipped off. If it's chipped off, not to worry, it makes your job a bit easier. But yeah, you wonder why. So yeah, remove all of these, and then the bumper should come off once you take off the top ones. So remember, that's one there, and there's one there. Funny old things. Remove that. Now I'm going to remove this one here, and this one here. Don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's a T20 bit. Yep, that's a T20 bit. And that one there is a T20 as well. Sweet. I just realised something. This is a short one, and this is a long one. So that's the daddy long legs. This one's got to come out all the way. It's a long swerve. I guess it just does a better job, you know. And that just comes out like that. Look at it. Quite long, eh? Every single screw that I can find. All I'm going to do is try and look at it here, and it seems it's got to be pushed down in a way to release it. So I'm going to actually push down, push up, and just, yeah, use your brain. Try not to break anything if you plan to resell it, and just take your time, take your time, take your time. This little strip's got to go on top, so that way the gap's cleared and it's not looking all rubbish and stuff. This is actually a newer bumper than the one I've got on my car, so some of these little bits here are going to have to be snapped off, so that way I can fit this part on nice and snug. So yeah, snap any off if you feel that they're a hindrance, and just make sure it's all flush before putting the bumper. If I look at my bit here, I took off 2 from the end, 2 from both ends, and the 2 in the middle, and that will be able to sit flush on the bumper to hide the hole. Back on the car, make sure when you're putting it on, this part is flush. Yeah, there should be no gaps in between here, so this part must go nice and flush. It should be in front of the little tabs. Yeah, so obviously if I didn't put that thing on, it's still a bit loose, but I'll be able to push it tight. It would be like that and leave a big gap. So make sure again here, make sure it's in front and left.